Well, good afternoon and welcome to Gateshead International Stadium. This is the Heat Army podcast. We are bringing you full match commentary here of Gateshead versus Maidenhead United. And thank you very much for joining us so far. It's an absolute pleasure to have you here. Mark Carruthers is going to be joining us. He's travelling down from another game from a 3 o'clock kickoff, and he will be here hopefully just as the teams kick off, or hopefully sooner. But what a day and what a season it has been. Gateshead, they comfortably survived in the end. One season back, and we've done it okay. Finished the season in style. And not only that, we have the Wembley final coming up as well in a few weeks' time. But today, 3 points and getting the team carrying on where they left off on midweek down at Boreham Wood. Fantastic 2-0 win. Adam Campbell with both the goals. And say he is on the pitch today. We'll go through the teams very, very shortly. Lots of people, you can message in on this podcast, on this stream. We've got there, Cow Daly has put Geed up. There we go. And we've got Sean Parry. Good luck, lads. Let's end the season on a high. Well, let's definitely end the season on a high. It'll be amazing to do so. Just while we're on, tomorrow we do have the Heat Army podcast. It is, live, and we're going to be talking about our favourite games, your favourite games, moments over the season. Talk about who, because obviously tonight, as we broadcast here, they are going to be having the Player of the Year awards, and we'll be able to talk about the winners there in all the categories, goal of the season and things like that. So it is going to be a very enjoyable podcast tomorrow, and of course, we can always have a little mention of Wembley. Have you got your travel sorted? Have you got everything else sorted? But I say today, the merch has been selling really well today. And that brings us on to Patrick, the new script partners of the club. They've been very good to the podcast as well. As you maybe see, there we go, turn it that way. I don't think you can see it. I've only got the camera on small there. But they've helped out the Heat Army podcast with some match day merch for us to wear, which is very, very grateful. But I think I've overestimated how cold it was today. And I'm wearing the raincoat with a hoodie underneath. I should have had a thicker jacket, but it is lovely nonetheless. We're going to play a little advert out for them and for our main sponsors, Northern Print Solutions. So have a little look at this, and we'll be back with you in a second. Well, I pressed the wrong button there. Well, we've got a message there. We've got Liv Walden. We are here. Look at that. Tuning in when they're at the game. Fantastic stuff. Come on, she says. And Cow Daly's put there. That's a bonny top you've got on mind. It certainly is. Thank you to our friends at Patrick. Absolutely amazing the way they're engrossing themselves in the club, and definitely members of the Heat Army. So I think that's safe to say. Well, we are waiting for the teams to come out very soon. I'll quickly go through the away team lineup. Joe Walsh in goal, wearing number 32. Zico Asser wearing number 2. Sean McCloskey wearing number 9. Dan Sparks 11. Emil Aqua number 14. Idris Ottawa 15. Reece Smith 17. And then we go into the other players higher up here. Sorry, 1 second, my paper just moved. Ryan Upward wearing number 19. Temi Eckowert wearing number 21. Alan Macy is the captain wearing number 24. And Charlie Adams is wearing number 27. On the bench is Sam Beckworth, Cole Capecqua, Adam Leathers, Alexis Andre Juna, and Bruni Andre. And this is how Gateshead line up this afternoon. In goal, Philip Marshall wearing number 1, Robbie Tinkler number 2, Ethan Pye number 3, Louis Story number 6, Owen Bailey number 8, the captain Greg Ollie wears number 10, Adam Campbell the vice captain wears number 11, Dan Ward number 12, Aaron Martin 15, Carl Magnay 32, and Camille Conta number 42. On the bench, it's Montgomery, Denanga, Francis, Harris, and Wern. And that is quite a strong lineup, I do say so myself. And I think I might be right in saying that everybody in the starting lineup is eligible for Wembley. So could this be a preview of the Wembley team? Quite possibly. Obviously, James Montgomery was, I think it might be the starter at Wembley. We will see. But remember as well, we do have a big show coming up on the 17th of May, a few days before the final. We will be having Pete Graves and Jeff Winter join us on the Heed Army podcast, and we're hoping to get one more guest if we can, and that would be absolutely amazing. If you're a Maidenhead fan, please do send us a message, because I know today it is quite possible that relegation looms. 3 points or a point today would definitely see you better than Torquay United, who are themselves, I would say, they are inside the relegation zone, 3 points behind Maidenhead, the visitors today, and they will need to get a victory in their game, which is a big ask, because I believe, I'll just double check here, that they are away to Wrexham. Oh no, they're at home to Wrexham. So have Wrexham got themselves on the beach? They've already got the party started with their promotion, but can Torquay get their party started? And we do have a message here. This is from Rob. And Rob Oldgoff is put... I didn't realise. They're nearly swearing in there. Come on, keep it sensible, lads. We've got Cow Daly. Monty has to start at Wembley. He deserves it. Well, I think that might be the plan. But we'll find out. Not going to second-guess the manager. But, yeah, so hopefully you're all doing well. Also, as well, you might see, we have a new broadcast screen. We're going to use this design going forward for next season. As I say, we've streamlined it, made it look a little bit better. And of course, we are available for our regular podcast for the audio. Goes up on Spotify, Twitter at Heed_Army, Heed Army Podcast Live on Facebook, Heed Podcast on Instagram. And of course, if you're watching on YouTube, I hope you have subscribed and liked this video, this stream. It really does go a long way. And there we go. And 1 second, we've got there. Look, hit the like button. It's the way forward in, folks. It is. It certainly is. Get that like button smashed, and hit the bell as well, so you get notifications when we go live. Right. So as I say, we're waiting for Mark Carruthers to join us. He is dashing down from Blythe. They've survived their relegation battle up at Croft Park, and he's having to dive in a taxi, and he should be en route and hopefully here anytime soon. For this game, we'd like, myself and Mark, I'll probably say it again when he gets here, a massive thank you to everyone that has tuned in to the commentaries this season, whether you've been working, live abroad, or you've been ill, and also as well, if you can't financially afford it, we understand these things, and we just hope that you've enjoyed being part of the podcast and the commentaries. It's been an absolute pleasure to bring them to you this season. And as I say, hopefully we'll be able to record at Wembley. I don't know if we'll be able to do it live. It's going to be one of them things. But who knows? Fingers crossed. I'm sure Cow Daly will start a petition if we can it. Hint, hint. We've got, and just speaking of Cow Daly, he's put, defo hit the like button. We need to get this channel up to 1,000 subscribers. Help them, the club reach a wider. Get me words out. I'm having the right time, aren't I? Subscribers to help the reach of the club, and that's what it is all about. Alan Guest has put away the heat. What we will. He's he's already onto it, and away the heat. So there we go. Also, as I say, I just made mention about all the on the screen there. Our sponsors, Northern Print Solutions. Over 10 years, they have been helping us bring you the broadcast. They've paid for our subscription on StreamYard and on Spreaker over the years. and without them, we would not have been able to have this show or these commentaries the way they are. And if you a little bit of love, if you can like their social media, that would be absolutely fantastic. That's Northern Print Solutions, NPS Gateshead, I think it is, on Twitter. And well, that's what we're doing. Also, as well, Patrick, as well. As I mentioned just before, they have supplied us with a little bit of merch, which is lovely. And as I say, the new strip is available to buy from Monday, the 1st of May. So if you want to get that, it is absolutely gorgeous. And if you haven't already, if you went on the picture of the strip, zoom in with your fingers and have a look at the lines that go down. You've got Heed Army written in it. It's a lovely touch. It's a lovely shirt. And if you could give them a little bit of a like and a little bit of love as well, because they've really, dived in deep on social media, and they did help us out with a little bit of merch. And we're going to play that advert again just before the teams come out, because we're forever thankful. We don't do this to get anything. And they were very, very generous. And on that note, tomorrow on Heed Army Podcast Live, when you're watching either on Facebook or on YouTube, if you put hashtag Patrick in the chat live or a comment on the video, you will be entered into the prize draws that we're going to be having on the show, where you could have one of these beautiful coats and a t-shirt as well. So please do that. It'd be great. There we go. And Alan Guest has put, I hope you can commentate from Wembley, or at least the BBC radio will provide. They are going down. They're going down mob-handed down to Wembley. I think there's 9 of them going down for their broadcast. But little old us, say we're going down, but we'll have to find out in what capacity. We hope we can at least record live commentary there to be put on the highlights. That's the dream, that's the hope. It'll be lovely to be able to do that. We've provided the drama all the way through this competition. It just seems a little bit of a kick in the teeth that we kind of get to the final to continue our commentary. Even when BBC Radio Newcastle were here, BBC Look North used our highlights on their broadcast, so that tells you a lot. We're not bad, but let's hope things work out and we might be able to do it live from there. But here we are, Gateshead now come out of the tunnel. National League streaming services with us as well. Hello, thank you for joining us. We hope you are settled at home, ready to watch this. And if you didn't already know, you can watch this game on the National League streaming service. I mean, it's just under a tenner if you want to watch this game. And you'll get this lovely commentary as well. But this is how Gateshead line up. It is Philip Marshall wearing number 1, Robbie Tinkler number 2, Ethan Pye number 3, Louis Story number 6, Owen Bailey number 8, Greg Ollie number 10, the captain, Adam Campbell number 11, Dan Ward number 12, Aaron Martin 15, Carl Magnier 32, and Camille Conter wearing number 42. On the bench for Gateshead, it is James Montgomery, Marcus Denanga, Ed Francis, Will Harris, and Stephen Wern. And yes, I'll say we're just going to turn that camera off on the Facebook stream. And this is how Maidenhead United lineup is. Joel Walsh in goal, Zico Serre number 2, Sean McCloskey number 9, Dan Sparks 11, Emil Aqua number 14, Idris Oteo, number 15, and Reece Smith 17, Ryan Upward number 19, Temi Ekweka number 21, Alan Macy, the captain, number 24, and Charlie Adams 27. On the bench, Sam Beckworth, Cole Capecqua, and Adam Leathers, Alexis Andre Jr. and Bruno Andrade. So there we go. We are all ready to go. And for our audio listeners, Maidenhead, they're in a black and white black and red striped top, white shorts, red socks. We're having the right time here, aren't we? Gateshead in what will be the last time in the grey shirt, black shorts, white socks. Of course, that beautiful Wembley shirt, and then another shirt will be available next year from our friends Patrick. And just before we get any further underway, for our audio listeners, we're going to play out a little advert. And I'll say I'll stick with National League TV. They can listen to me. So a big thank you to Patrick. Well, Gateshead shooting towards the River Tyne, towards our left. Maidenhead shooting towards the Felon end. We're about to get underway. It's the last game of the season. Maidenhead need to get a point to secure safety. I think there's a goal difference of 18 for them and a goal difference of 15 for Torquay, but they've got a big ask to win that game at home to Wrexham. So the referee gets us underway, and now Maidenhead from the back. They'll ping it over the top. Gateshead having to defend as Dan Ward was fouled. Gateshead have a free kick to our right. Sean McCluskey is an absolute man mountain. Well, we've got some messages coming in here. There we go. And we've got a Maidenhead fan here sneaking in. Thank you very much, Strumpers. Great to have you with us. As Maidenhead head the ball forward. Pye nods it towards Ward. He couldn't keep it in. It's a throw in just between the dugouts. As I say, Mark Carruthers is going to be joining us momentarily. He is travelling down in a taxi. Oh, so he should be here anytime soon. But Maidenhead fans to our left, of course, final away game of the season for them. Final game of the season. All to play for them still. There could be celebrations in the away end if they can get a point or better. The ball launched down the line by Asser. Put back over the top. And it's going to bounce all the way through to Philip Marshall. Marshall rolls it out to Louis Story. Tinkler has space just to carry the ball forward a few yards. Puts it out to Pye on the left-hand side. Pye looks to play from the middle. Gets Aaron Martin, who dropped deep. The ball from Magny over the top. And that just had too much legs on it. And out it goes for a goal kick. So Joe Walsh all in blue. Marshall, I keep calling him Marshall, it's Marshall. I had a couple of slips there. So we've been pronouncing it wrong for a year, but Philip Marshall all in yellow. There we go. The good goal kick from Walsh up. Magny wins the header, but it bounces back. Ward keeps it in. Ward plays it across the defence to Story. As Story receives the ball back. Goes for a crossfield ball. Ward hugging the touchline. Can he bring it down? He can. Cuts inside with the ball. Story just tries to beat one too many men, but Magny can it get there in front of McCluskey? And to throw into Maidenhead. The two forwards for Maidenhead are very big men. Very physical as well as the ball goes up. McCluskey wins the header. Need forward though from Smith, but didn't find anybody. Tinkler gives it to Conter. Robbie Tinkler, of course, more known as a right back or a right wing back, playing the centre back role at the moment. Ball through for nearly bounced through. Good defending, otherwise Campbell would have been through on goal. But they're trying to build from the left hand side of the pitch. Right hand side of the pitch. Now ball comes out to the left. Ward, corner of the box. What can he do? Bit of trickery, takes it down. Oh, and he goes for a left-footed shot and screws it quite wide there. Not the greatest finish. Goal kick. Yeah, there's a nice vision to pick out Ward on the corner of the box. A nice bit of trickery to get him some space, but the finish was certainly lacking in skill, to put it politely. An atrocious miss. 4 minutes gone, 0-0 if you're just joining us here at Gateshead Stadium. Ward to Ollie, back to Ward. Ward kind of keep the ball in, out it goes for a throw just in between the dugouts. Set stands patiently. Looks like he's got a long throw on him. He launches it now up towards McCluskey. McCluskey bounces over him. And now, Pye slips. He's under pressure though from Aqua, and the ball goes out for a throw in to Gateshead.
Just an information from the ground staff there, the square button.
Well, Pie is. There we go. He's listening to the stadium announcing there. Didn't know where it was, but we got Tinkler on the ball, right in the centre of defence. Plays it out to Story, who's hugging the right hand touchline. Plays it back inside to Tinkler. Back to Story, who crossed the halfway line now. Plays it forward to Campbell. Campbell lays it back to Bailey. Bailey to Conter. Conter to Story. And at the moment, Gateshead just passing the ball around. There's now the ball's played to Campbell. Conter. All inside the Maidenhead half at the moment. We're halfway inside. Right hand side of the pitch as Gateshead lose possession. And now Smith lays it off on the far side for Maidenhead. And now the captain is going to have to clear it up the pitch, but only for a Story. Story gets it up to Campbell. He brings it down. The first touch, it went far away there. And Bailey was running onto the loose ball. Appeals for a foul, not given. And Walsh can just stroll around his box with the ball in his hands. In no hurry to distribute it up the pitch as he does now. Magnay, free header. Assair heads it back. Comes off Conter's chest, falls, and now the ball put forward for Aqua to chase onto, but Marshall just sees the ball out. Goal kick to Gateshead. Story is now on the ball, right hand side of defence, plays it into the centre to Tinkler. Pie inside to Magnay. Magnay looks for a runner, picks out Ollie. Ollie plays it back to Pie. Conter in the centre. He's going to play it across the other side to Story. Magnay out to Bailey, who's in a right wing back position today. Ball forward, Story. Just carries the ball back, plays it back to Tinkler. Gateshead just using the ball, using the space at the moment. Back to Tinkler. Tinkler now gives it to Story. Story back to Tinkler. Ball not moving very far at the moment. Ball played back to Pie, has to chase it down, turns, and now facing towards the Maidenhead half, but it's going to play it back to Marshall. Gator just patiently using the ball. Story. Back to Tinkler. Ball through to Pie. He's inside the Maidenhead half. Left hand side gives it to Ward. Ward gives it to Ollie. Lovely pass back, and Ward. Oh, good tackle, interception there. The ball goes out for a throw. Quickly taken. Campbell. Oh, he just couldn't get it through. Assair. Oh, and nearly comes back to Gateshead, and now Assair wins the ball back. Oh, it's very scrappy at the moment. Ball cleared out for a throw into Gateshead near the corner flag. Well, we can see the long throw coming from Greg Ollie. Movement in the box. Here comes the ball towards Story. It's nodded away. It's going to fall to Conter, who got it back to Ollie. Ollie tries to thread it through to Ward. He did, and Ward's ball was cleared. But Pie loses out in the aerial battle there as Aqua drives forward. He's driving with the ball. He gets up against Tinkler. Tinkler gets in front of him. Was he fouled? He was. Well, once Aqua got the ball at his feet, he looks very dangerous running with it. It'll have to be in full concentration because he just managed to get that ball into space, and when he ran with it, defenders had to clamber back. Pie drives forward with the ball, plays it inside to Ollie. Ollie now to Campbell in the centre of the pitch. Magnay, Story, all inside the Maidenhead half at the moment towards the box on the right hand side. Bailey has it. Bailey plays it back to Story. Ollie shows, got the ball. Campbell lays it off to Martin. This is lovely stuff from Gates. The ball's too deep for the cross out to the wing, and it's going to go out of play for a goal kick. Lovely passing movement from Gateshead. We'll wait this goal kick from Walsh. He's in no hurry. Now he takes his kick. Magnate battling. Ball bounces through off Aqua's head, and Marshall can calmly play it out to Story. There we go. And you might have heard that noise there. Mark Carruthers has joined us now. Hello
right?
there, Mark. How are you doing?
I'm good. That's been some dash.
It certainly has.
Ooh.
Well, it's 0-0 at the moment, and Gateshead have been in control thus far, but number 14, Aqua, has ran at the Gateshead defence and had them worrying for a little bit.
I'll take your word for it.
So there we go. And now Maidenhead trying to get it through to Aqua, but Tinkler in his centre-back role, right in the centre of defence, was there to deal with it. Ball over the top, looking for Ward, but Asser can nod it down, and the ball back from Adams gets it back to Walsh. Walsh clears it, bounces through. Pye's there to calmly pass it back to Marshall. So big welcome to Mark Carruthers, everybody.
I apologise for my lateness. Quick dash here from Blythe Spartans, just to get here to just spend time with Dave, really.
Yeah, that's all it is. But Pye now has the ball. Plays it forward to Conter. Conter inside to Pye. Lovely movement, fluid from Gateshead at the moment. Oh, dinked ball forward from Ollie, but Asser's there to pass it back to Walsh. So how's your afternoon been so far?
Tiring.
So Aqua manages to get forward, and now he's driving forward. He's in front of the defence. He's got a one-on-one shot with the keeper, and he puts it over.
He's got to score.
Well, yet again, he's pounced on a mistake at the back and went through. Ollie did well just to push him to the side, but you really should be forcing the keeper to save there.
You've got to hit the target. You absolutely have to hit the target. He's done everything right. You know, it's a great run. He's kept himself on side. It's a good weight on the pass. He's just got to hit the target.
Well, we're in 12, just about to go into the 13th minute here. 0-0. And at the moment, Gateshead just been unlocked a little bit at the back with the speed, the strength and fit speed of Aqua. Ball out to Magnate.
It's a very fluid formation. I've only been here 2 minutes, but you can see that from
I would say
Gateshead.
We've got Owen Bailey playing right wing back as well. So it wouldn't have been the formation you would have thought at the beginning of the season with some of these players, but now Smith has the ball right hand side, driving over down the right wing, cuts inside. Aaron Martin comes back to help out there, gets the ball, lays it off to Ollie. Ollie can look up and get it to Bailey. Bailey's first touch has to be good. He manages to get it to Campbell, and now Gateshead have got forward in numbers. Need to use the ball as they slow it down. Magnay, who started in midfield, he's back in midfield now. Magnay's just going to go back just to move his teammate. Ball over the top, looking for Ollie, and the captain Macy there did enough, got it to his goalkeeper.
Yeah, he's not going to beat him in the area there, is he?
No. We will keep you up to date with scores as well. Obviously, concerning Maidenhead, today they need Torquay not to win, but that's a big ask for Torquay. We're considering they're at home to Wrexham, but there is no goals in the National League at the moment, none at all.
That's easily said.
Yeah, so that's a quick update for you there. As Ollie has the ball now, he's got Ward on the left, who he's used. Ward up against Asser sticking with him. Ward puts a cross across. Can there be a finish? Oh, Bailey was coming in. Just couldn't get a contact on it, and the defender did enough.
Yeah, lovely ball in from Dan Ward, just dinking at the far post, just asking to be headed home. To be fair to the defender, he's done very, very well.
Yeah. Dan Ward was one-on-one with the keeper as well, and he put an awful shot over. Are you all right there? Headphones not working? Do you need a bit more... a little bit of a calamity here. 1 second, I'll just unplug Mark. And then he didn't have enough lead on his headphones, but we wait this corner coming from Greg Ollie on the far side. And it comes. Pye was going for it, headed clear, and the player that went in for it.
This looks a bad one, you know.
Yeah, he went down straight away. Hopefully he's all right. I mean, it's a clash of heads, so we're both going for the same ball. Trying to see who it is, actually. Can't see the shirt number at the moment.
Sounds a good travelling contingent.
Certainly is.
See
Yeah,
some fancy dress.
yeah, I can see there's a few Where's Wally's over there,
Well,
and
it's not very difficult to find Wally, is it? Really,
not in that crowd.
There's quite a standout in the costume.
There's a Cartman. There's some sombreros. So there.
Wow,
We'll update you on those as we see them later on.
that's really impressive. Really impressive.
Great following. There's the ball. Kick clear by Walsh. It's going to bounce out of play for a throw in on our right hand side here. 16 minutes gone. Still 0-0 if you are just joining us. And if you are, where have you been?
Well, sorry. I apologise, Dave. I apologise. All right.
You sound like an old married couple with just jibes that only
just
other
let it
people
go,
hear.
Dave.
You've hurt me. As Tinkler now can carry the ball forward. Pie's in space, who he uses just in front of the Gateshead dugout. Back to Tinkler. This new formation and technique that Gateshead have, adopted over the last 15 games has really took hold, hasn't it? Every player knows the duty, whether they're in that position or not. They know what job to do if they find themselves in another position.
Yeah, I mean, Robbie Tinkler alluded to that, didn't he, in the interview with Jack after the last game, where he spoke about this formation, where it is really fluid. It's helping them unlock teams and stay solid at the same time. It's doing the trick.
Ollie plays it back to Tinkler, who's the furthest man back, bar Marshall. Conter gets it to Magne. Magne out to Story. I don't know if you can hear that on the mic. They're singing away, but now lovely ball across from Campbell to pick out Warden space. Can he get past his man? He can. He goes for the shot.
It's too much.
I think he was trying to make up for the shot with the left foot earlier on. He could have laid it off possibly, but good vision from Campbell to pick him out. Cow Daly's put, it's the wives I feel sorry for when the inevitable happens.
I don't know what you mean. Strong bench from Gateshead, isn't it? You look at it and you think Delanga, Francis, Harrison, Wern could all get a chance this afternoon.
And say I alluded to maybe it could be a little hint into the window of Wembley, because all of the players that have started the day are available for Wembley. The only one you would maybe say that might not be in the starting lineup is Marshall. But yeah, it's a strong bench. There's a lot there, and nice to see Will Harris getting back as well. He's had an awful season with injuries. He had just started to find some form, and then another one popped up, and it was he was looking dangerous from the bench, even scoring goals. So
maybe see Captain Richardson back, hopefully via Wembley in the squad at least.
Yeah, well, we've seen him training of late. Pictures on social media as Magne. Marshall, he's cool as a cucumber, isn't he?
Well, Dave, come on, we still remember that Cruyff turned his own goal. Surely. I've never seen you come so close to swearing on live commentary.
Yeah. Less said the better.
Well, it was that day.
Well, Marshall. Ball out to Magne, who finds himself in the defensive position there. Now Pye can open up over the halfway line. Just turns and distributes it to Conter. Lovely footwork from Conter. Gets it to Ward. Ward back to Pye.
Some patience from Gateshead, but I have to say Maidenhead have been very disciplined.
Oh, lovely stuff from Magne. Gets the ball back from Martin. Puts it out to Bailey on the right-hand side. Bailey lays it off to Campbell. Campbell now plays it back to Story. It's a camped out round the final third here. And Campbell tries to put it inside. Gets it to Martin. Can he get a shot off? It's a tight angle corner.
Good. Really good first touch from Aaron Martin. Lovely patient play from Gateshead. They're having to be patient because of just how disciplined Maidenhead are being here. It's really nice down the right-hand side. Really well worked. Good first touch from Martin. Maybe took him a little bit too wide and too much of a narrow angle, but positive signs.
Definitely. Well, Maidenhead are saying that they're reluctant to get stretched at the moment. They're not going to commit. Gateshead got to break them down. They've got to do it the hard way. As the ball's short to Campbell. Campbell loses out though to Sayre, who will clear the ball. Now they're on the break on the right-hand side. Ball forward for the run of McCluskey. As Marshall puts it out there. Good goalkeeping. Ginger Joe, greetings from West Peterborough. Thank you very much for tuning in. We're at the 21st minute now. Still 0-0. As Story clears the ball only as far as Adams. Adams plays it forward. Didn't pick out a red and black shirt, and now Gator can try and build through Ward on the left-hand side. Ball forward to Ollie, and just too much bounce on it, and well, it's been put out there by
good from Martin closing down there.
Aweka.
Just cut off the option to the goalkeeper.
Well, past few months we've also seen the long throw of Greg Ollie into the Gateshead arsenal of set pieces. As he launches it in. And it's nearly got towards Story, but Ward tries to pick up the loose ball, and there's a player down in the box. Don't know if it's a head injury, but obviously that's why you would normally stop it. But he is holding his head, so the referee's got it right. Well, fantastic crowd here. Definitely looks 1,000 plus. Good turnout for the support of the lads. I say Tuesday night, went down to Boreham Wood and got a 2-0 win in style. The second goal was something absolutely beautiful, Mark.
I would probably say goal of the season for me, I've got to be honest.
From their own 6-yard box to the goal. Was Gateshead put a cross in there towards Martin and poked behind Echoa. Well, Alan Devonshire's not exactly happy down there on the bench. As now it's taken short to the corner of the box. Back to Ollie. Plays it inside to Campbell. Campbell has to just get it on control. Gives it to Magny. Everyone's asking him to shoot, but we put it to Pye. It's up in the air. Falls to Conter. Ball over the back post. He's seen the runner. It's lovely vision, but Story's got the ball. And he slipped as he went to kick it in. And now Aqua can burst from the left-hand side. Tries to play it off, but into Magny's feet. And now Campbell. Campbell gets it to Ollie. Ollie dinks it out to the wing. Bailey lays it off. Ball comes in, but there's Adams there to clear it out. Tinkler nods it to Story. And it's just very calm, isn't it? It's
it doesn't feel like a final. I mean, obviously, you look Gateshead.
Ball over the top for Ollie. Is it going to get through it? Oh, it has. It's just hit him on the thigh there.
You know, Gateshead, I would never accuse them of not having anything to play for because we know better than this to think that way about this squad. But effectively, this game's, they don't have to win it. But Maidenhead do kind of need a result. I mean, I know we're sort of looking at what's happening elsewhere. But, they need to look after themselves first and foremost, just in case something does happen.
There is one goal in the National League. Chesterfield are winning 1-0 to relegated Maidstone.
Fair play to BT, who picked that one as the live game, didn't they?
Yeah, they did, yeah. Oh, that's been corrected. It's been ruled out.
So silly decision from BT Sport.
Fancy going there. Conter, just in front of the gated dugout, rolls it back to Tinkler. Tinkler now picks out Magny. Cross to Story. Story plays it inside to Campbell, who's dropped deep to help out.
Nice to see Alan Campbell getting some praise in midweek from Luke Garrod, the Boreham Wood manager.
Yeah. Well, he's his goals have really helped him Gateshead's cause this year, and that McCluskey there ran into Pye. The referee says no foul, and Gateshead win the ball back, but McCluskey pokes the ball out for a throw to Gateshead.
I realise there is still a possibility of shoulder barges in the modern game, but that one wasn't exactly shoulder to shoulder; it was shoulder to back.
Well, Story now gets it to.
Oh, that's not a great ball.
Wasn't a good ball to Bailey, and now gets it on the back foot as they drive forward with the ball on the left-hand side. He's still got it. Plays it inside now. Smith lays it off to McCluskey. Good save from Marshall. It was destined for the That's the right-hand side of the goal. Oh, good save.
It's been pulled.
Tinkler. Now he pulled it back.
He's got away with that one a bit.
I think it's because that ball was it was a hospital ball there to Dan Ward. But 25 minutes gone, 0-0. Magnet plays the ball out to Story. Aaron Martin back to Story. Just Gateshead doing as they've done all games so far. Letting the ball do the work, and the ball gets to a Gateshead player there as Aaron Martin lays it off to Conter. Now Ollie out to Ward.
It's an option. Left hand
side. Cuts inside with it. Now Ollie's got the ball, gives it back to Ward. Ward goes for a shot. Whoa! I was just wow, it's been given as a goal kick. Ward thinks there was a fingertip to it, but wow, that looked destined to go in.
Really lovely build-up play. You do, in these occasions, like you say, the goalkeeper probably had it covered. I'm not so sure. He looked worried there, didn't he, as Joe Walsh was that shot just dipped just narrowly wide of his far post, but really promising from Gateshead.
I mean, from our angle, it might have been closer than it looked, but that was looked as soon as it left his boot.
Would have been a wonderful goal as well, by the way.
I think the voting stopped for goal of the season, hasn't it? That would have been a nightmare. Story tries to get in the middle of it, and Gateshead standing firm, but the ball through offside. He got the shot away, but Marshall saved it. Sparks didn't have the spark there.
He was only 3 or 4 offside, I think, there.
Yeah. Well, Story, a crossfield ball here.
Oh, you know what? Forget that. Oh, what a touch. What a touch.
Yeah, he's been a tidy player there so far. Conter gives it to Pye. Tinkler. We've seen him move from different positions in his time at Gateshead over both stints. As initially midfield, we've seen him playing. Then he dropped back to wing back, right back, centre back.
He's been left back as well.
Yeah, he's done it all. Conter gets himself space and moves it forward. Still driving with it now. Lovely stuff. Ollie left it. Ward plays it inside to Ollie. Can he pull it back across? He can. There's nobody there. There is. There's Bailey. And just couldn't get a clean connection, but goes out for a corner.
Brilliant football. Such lovely football. Patient again. Keep saying it. But they're having to be. Bailey, I think he's goal bound, I think it's a good block, that.
Wow. Ward being pivotal again in the build-up. Lots of Wembley merchandise around us in the stand.
Good. Like I say it.
Ollie puts this one in.
Good ball, that,
Oh, Martin just couldn't get there. It's been put behind for another corner. Well, he had 2 defenders holding him back there. He had to really battle.
I'll tell you one thing we could be seeing here, and it's not nice to think of it, but there's some players here who've been brilliant this season, probably playing the last games at the stadium. You think of Phil Marshall, you think of Phil Marshall, you think of Conter, Ethan Pye, you think of that, and
it's quite sad. But the corner's been taken. Ollie now, can he? Wow, he didn't get a good connection at all there. But Gateshead get a corner from the clearance. A throw in from the clearance.
They do work the short corners. When it does come off, they look very promising.
Well, Conter. Lovely bit of skill. Gets past Asare. Can he get the cross in though? Asare nearly got a good tackle in. Ollie now. Can he pull it back? He can. Oh, it's gone out for another corner. Gateshead just turning the screw at the moment.
They are a bit. Yeah, it's really consistent pressure from Gateshead. They just need to get a goal on the end of it and it'll pay off. But really promising moments from them here.
It is, and I say not a feat to be seen though. All right. I haven't said that. There's 2 right next to us, but I meant past corporate. As Ollie puts this one in. Oh, the header! It's in the back of the net. Ethan Pye. Oh,
that's a great header, by the way. It's a lovely ball in.
As soon as it left his head, it was going into the empty net. And Gateshead take the lead on 30 minutes. The pressure was coming. It was sustained. And they've got worthy of a 1-0 lead.
Referee, have a day off, man. Jeez. Anyway, yeah, a really, really good header. It's probably the only place he can score there, you know.
Well,
and he's got enough power, enough direction on it to send it inside that far post. Brilliant. So his first goal for the club.
I
No,
think
he scored. No, he scored down at 2-0 down. Came back to 2-2. Oldham.
Well, yeah. But interesting to see there. We did notice it when I spoke to Greg Ollie. We've seen the huddles when they score. It's not about celebration. It's about focus.
It's a reset, isn't it?
Yes, it's that, you know, let's get back at it. We're not done.
Amazing. I was just praising them for short corners and then they do, well, it's not. It's
yeah. Well, the ball cleared up the pitch towards Aqua.
So Gateshead, number 3, Ethan Pye.
As Dan Ward clears the ball up towards Martin. Aqua heads it clear. Oh, lovely stuff from Magny.
Oh,
ball just wouldn't get there.
That.
Yeah. There's now bursting down the left-hand side upward. Ball goes out for a throw to Maidenhead. So Connor Panny was involved in the warm-up. Of course, he can't play at Wembley, but nice to see players getting back to fitness. There's ball just deceived the defender there as he went to head it. Ball goes back out of play for another throw to Maidenhead. Well, headed clear by Magnet. Upward, heads it back in. Tinkler hoofs the ball over the halfway line.
Oh, he wasn't going to take that down, was he?
Up in the air. Pye nods it on, and Martin's chasing it down. Had to be headed back to the keeper there.
So well there. The header that was from Pye.
The captain Macy there just had to.
For your Gateshead goal scorer today, Ethan Pye. Dixon's Pies.
Had to get that in.
I don't think I've ever heard a sponsor cheered that way.
Yeah. Well, headed on by Aqua, but Gateshead resolute defending, and the ball's been cleared out for a throw next to the corner flag on our right-hand side. Well, it says down here.
Been doing some recording, Dave. Your camera there.
Oh yeah. Well, it's all for a montage.
Oh, yeah. Look at you. Everybody loves a montage.
I certainly do. Well, another throw to Maidenhead here, right near the corner flag on our right-hand side. Gets the ball. Come back at about 1,000,000 miles an hour, and out it goes for a throw into Gateshead. Well, it's strange that we're saying that, well, it is going to be some of these players' last games at Gateshead Stadium for Gateshead. And, signed off with a goal. It's not a bad way to go, is it?
Not at all.
And then a Wembley appearance still yet to come.
I bet he'd rather sign off one at Wembley.
Oh, yeah. Ball forward up towards Martin. Heads it back, though. Picked up by McCluskey. McCluskey plays it inside. And now it's going to be upward who.
Good pressure from Martin.
Far side.
Really good pressure. Yeah. He's going to get a foul, though.
No, I was said another player was upward earlier on. I thought it was 19. Number 15. So that was Ottaweo. Ottaweo, sorry. Okay, to have to defend here. Free kick inside the centre circle. Up towards the edge of the area. Headed back across by the captain. And going to be picked up by Marshall. Yeah, that just need to have a little bit more speed across the goal, that one, if it was going to be dangerous.
That's an unbelievable throw.
Ward to Pye. Now Tinkler. Oh, Pye nearly slipped there after he kicked that one. Magny, he's slotted into that position in defence from midfield.
Touch.
Lovely touch from Martin to get it to Campbell. Now it's out to the left with Ward. A little bit of trickery. Pulls it back across. Oh, there was nobody there.
Do you know what? You had Ollie on the edge of the box as well.
Oh, yeah, done so well to get down to the dead ball line.
Oh, Magny's having a really effective game in midfield, by the way.
Well, it's funny when as players get older, they adapt their positions, and of course we know he can play anywhere across the back, but that position just in front of midfield at his age, even though he's still a sprightly early 30s,
Well, he's younger than us.
he's younger than us, but
That's
he's not having to cover as much ground, so to speak. He can ghost around there. And Martin judged to have fouled. Free kick quickly taken. McCluskey now drives with down the right hand side up against Pye. Ward's coming for help as well as the ball is crossed in, and now it goes out for a goal corner.
Tinkler, I think, wasn't it?
Yeah. 36 minutes gone. Gateshead lead 1-0.
Short one on if they took it. Too slow.
McCluskey just limping a little bit.
I think Pye was a little bit as well when he said he stumbled.
Yeah.
Before.
In comes the corner now. Oh, and it hasn't been cleared. It ping-ponged the ball about like a pinball. Would just went around. Has out to the far side. Upward now. Has the ball. Left-hand side of the box. Tries to cross it in. Comes off a Gateshead player. And now Bailey can drive forward with the ball. He needs to bring it inside to Campbell. Campbell, lovely stuff. Gateshead now trying to get players forward. Ball across the ward. Asser just read it. Needed to go over the top, that one. Asser drives forward with the ball now. He's got McCluskey in front of him, who he's chasing to get onto it. Tinkler goes over to mark the run. Asser, all on the right-hand side of the pitch at the minute. Now, Smith battling with all lovely Martin. Stuff Brilliant. From Aaron Martin. Seeing the striker come back to defend like that. Real shift put in.
Just a word on Robbie Tinkler. We spoke about him before, but I think I don't get to say these things, but if we are having the Player of the Year awards at the end of the night, and I think for me,
lovely break. Take down there, keep a hat, get in front of it, and well,
I think you'd unquestionably be mine.
Well, in comes the delivery now. McCluskey goes over the top there, foul on Pye, and we've got. Who do you think will be? Do you think we'll be able to get Pye on loan again next season? I don't know. His performances this year I would say warrant him getting a look at the first team in Stockport County.
Yeah, I mean, I've got to be honest, I haven't seen the League 2 results today, but other than Hartlepool will be joining Gateshead in this league next season. But you look at Stockport, they've got high ambitions. I think he could go and play at that level, I've got no doubt about it. But will they want him to have a season?
Ollie the ball through, he's onside, nods it down, lovely stuff to Martin. Martin tries to lead off to Campbell. Good save by Walsh. But the one-touch football from Gateshead, it just keeps getting better. It isn't over yet, though, as Bailey lays it off to Campbell. Gets it to Martin. Martin's onside, goes for a shot. Put it into his own net! Asser! He couldn't do anything about it. He tried to stop it, and the ball ricocheted into the back of the net. But once again, Gateshead just carving it open. One-touch football. Beautiful.
What are we saying, Dave? Is that one goal? I think it's on its way in anyway, I've got to be honest.
Well,
difficult to see. Maybe someone can tell us if they're watching on the stream. But
I've got a horrible feeling Asser just rocketed it over the line there. But either way, I'd like to give that a Martin, but we'll see.
It's it's really, really, really good football from Gateshead again. Just that one touch, the pass and the moving, and a really confident finish as well. I do think it was on its way in, but
it's definitely going in.
That's by rule would make it his goal.
I mean, it's unfortunate for Asser. I mean, he's got to credit the play. He's trying to keep it out. He's everything in his will. It's just come off his boot and into the back of the net. But Gateshead, can they? Just comes off Ollie's shin and out for a throw.
Well, he's going to tackle the gaffer then.
Yeah. He's got enough injuries at the minute, the gaffer. So up towards Ward. Ollie. It's just going to be cleared now by Pye.
Great
lovely nod on. And now Campbell, he's through. He's one-on-one with the keeper. He's got to put it in. Yes, he has! Adam Campbell!
Just never looked like missing, did he?
And credit to Aaron Martin, the nod on.
Brilliant flick. And you know what? The form Adam Campbell's in, he just never looked like missing. He really didn't. So calm. Took it early as well. Didn't give the goalkeeper a chance to set.
Yeah.
Brilliant finish. Brilliant.
Well, Gateshead absolutely firing on all cylinders here. 40 minutes gone. It's 3-0. Yeah. And we'll get the league table up to see how that affects things at the moment. There is a couple more goals in and around the league. We'll get to those at the minute, but the live league table, we'll get it up, and that will see Gateshead, if it stays as is, climb up to 14th, and that would be a fantastic finish.
Unbelievable.
Wow. Well, grab our breath, and we're into the 41st minute, and we're about to get underway as we are. And at the moment, I'm not sure Maidenhead fans will be hoping that there isn't going to just be a crumble here.
Yeah, just poor defensively. I mean, it's a lovely flick from Martin, but the centre back's just misjudged it, hasn't he? It's not a great piece of defending, but Gateshead, we know what they're like when they get in this mood. They play that football that they love playing. You know, get the ball down and pass it around, and everything's slick and confident. This has been the way it's been since just before Christmas. And
Story. Oh, he nearly got it into Campbell. Campbell on defensive duties, trying to get up for it, but Aqua chasing the ball down, gets it, holds off Tinkler. Tony Carter giving it big licks in the crowd. Pie.
It's quite close away, you know.
Oh, there we go. It's going to come through to Ollie. Lovely flick. Can it go back?
Lovely.
It can. Ollie,
in the middle.
can it get it into the centre? It's going to come to Bailey. Oh, he went for an audacious one and nearly went in.
That is sensational football.
Have they been watching FIFA or playing it?
I wouldn't watch FIFA. I'm not going to say that. I'll get myself in a libel. But yeah, unbelievable play from Gateshead there. Slick passing, brilliant. And players playing with smiles on their faces.
Yet again, Martin with the hindsight just to quickly nod that on. I've got a corner here. Ollie puts it in.
Good ball.
Oh, Martin. Oh, it hasn't went out. Oh, it has.
Even Shearer Story can't score from the forward.
Yeah. Well, magical stuff from Gateshead at the moment. This crowd is being treated to a fantastic display of football. Apart from the Maidenhead fans who will probably be looking over the shoulder at the moment, but I think as soon as Wrexham more than likely score, they might have nerves settled. But it is still 0-0 there at the moment. You know, someone just admiring the Patrick merch that we've got there. So Gateshead clear the ball through. Pie over the top. Says there. Nodded into McCluskey. Smith sent it for McCluskey, but wasn't a great ball. But now it can be picked up midfield. Aaron Martin comes back where it falls to Smith.
Martin's work rate has been phenomenal today. Absolutely phenomenal. The work rate again is offside.
There, Smith. Offside flag went up. And yeah.
Dave, you'll have to help us here because the bottom of the table, what's the scenario?
I worked it out earlier on. The goal difference was 18 for Maidenhead. It's 15 apiece now.
Oh.
I'll work it out at if my maths is right. So they want to hope that Torquay don't win 1-0. The ball nearly comes through. The ball is going to get to Dan Ward though.
Got Campbell there.
Right down next to the corner flag. Takes a deflection and now can be cleared. There's Pie. Yeah, that's just a coming together there. And there is going to be we'll find out how many minutes of added on time we're going to have here. Shouldn't be many. You'd imagine one at the most. Well, two at the most. But yeah, so now it's went a little bit nervy with that goal difference, if I'm right. But at the moment, Gateshead very happy. And Adam Campbell says he's enjoying himself at the moment, isn't he? Them goals.
It's interesting looking at this league next season. Now you look at who's coming into it from the Football League. Obviously, Hartlepool and Rochdale, one very decent journey and one that's not a million miles away with Rochdale. Yeah. So it's a positive.
It's going to be an interesting thing for the teams around Manchester in this league. Of course, Altrincham, Oldham, Rochdale as well. You know, there's going to be competition for players.
Well, they will, yeah, unquestionably. Especially now Altrincham have had a season full time. You'd imagine they'll be challenging for players. I think I saw Rochdale been in talks with Chris Dunphy about investment there.
Have they? All
I
right.
could be wrong.
Yeah.
Feel free to correct me if I am anyway.
I haven't seen that, but of course, Montgomery getting a little round of applause there as he goes down the tunnel. But Gateshead in possession.
I must say, Mike and
Ball through to Martin. Martin, can he hold it up? He has. Lays it off. Ball from Ollie to Pye. Pye keeps it in. Back to Ollie. Magne. Conter has the ball.
Do you know what I love is Aaron Martin's want the ball every time.
Certainly does. There's Conter on the ball. I think we've got 2 minutes added on here, but Conter drives forward the ball. People shouting to shoot, but he picks out Ward on the left-hand side. Now the cross comes in. Martin was going up for it. It's going to be kept in by Bailey, though. Bailey to Story. Gives it to Campbell. Lovely little foot. Oh, good skill. Campbell tries to get a shot off, but now Magne goes for one. We know he's got a rocket in his back pocket. He knows he can score from there. He's done it before. He did it for 40 yards plus for Gateshead and for Hartlepool. Yeah.
I remember that one. It was on, I'm sure it was live on BT. Barrow, possibly?
I think it was, yeah. Well, we're into that added on time now. And Gateshead 3 goals to the good. Pye, Campbell, and hopefully Aaron Martin.
I'm going to give it Aaron Martin.
I can't wait for you to see the highlights for the Campbell goal, though. Well, even the Aaron Martin goal as well is special in the build-up. Well, that's for the audio listeners. That is not the people that's watching. Good. Well, people making their way for their half-time pies.
There's someone confirming the goal difference swing, Dave, on the chat.
They need 4-0 as it stands. So there we go. My maths wasn't right there when I was doing a quick workout before we come on there.
I've got a calculator out second off, Dave. Don't worry. Or an abacus for people of your age. I say that.
Yeah.
Same age. But
Well, there is the half-time whistle. Gateshead with a commanding performance that sees them going 3-0 up. And Mark, you made it for all 3 goals.
It's nice that they waited, wasn't it?
And what a display they've put on so far. I mean, Maidenhead will be wondering what questions do they pose to get into this game? It's how they're gonna unlock Gateshead.
Well, it's not like they haven't had some moments.
Yeah,
they have some positivity in the game, but just Gateshead were just ruthless, absolutely ruthless, and some brilliant finishing. The Campbell goal kind of sums it up, really. Just a really good first half from Gateshead. Everything we kind of expect these days.
It certainly is. Well, we're going to go off air, and the broadcast is going to stay on, but we'll be back when the teams come back out, and we're just going to put up a little bit of the Heat Army podcast. Remember, join us tomorrow night. Mark is going to be joining us. We're going to be talking about our favourite moments in games this season. And we want you to message in with yours as well. So this is what the Heat On podcast is normally like. And this is when we spoke to Carl Magne a few weeks ago.
We have our guest, the man, the myth, the Magne. Here he is.
Very good, Dave. I did like that.
Looking pretty relaxed. All right, Mags.
Was that from Charlie last season? That?
Yeah, it was Charlie. Yeah.
Yeah,
so,
I did enjoy that one, David. Fine work.
It was. I say that obviously excitement's all building. We can all allow ourselves to get excited for this game now. Obviously, with the league games out the way, you've been in this position. Is this the 5th time you possibly could get to Wembley?
4th. This will be 4th.
Yeah. So I mean, fair to say, you're not getting on that far in age, but you've got a bit of experience, and you've got experience in these games now. So you're going to be bringing that into the dressing room, surely.
I plan to, but it is fair to say that I am knocking on. You can say that without us getting offended. But yeah, I think considering it is such a young group, it's important that I bring that experience. And of course, you've got Clarkey, who was involved the first time round. We went with Gateshead, so having someone like him in the building that the lads love and respect, he can obviously chuck his hat into it as well. So yeah, if we were to get there, I'm sure there's plenty of people that we can call on that can sort of bring the lads at ease and give them, you know, a taste of what to expect, I suppose.
Yeah, and I say it's just obviously it's all ramping up at the moment. Where we've had a blast tonight with Said. Actually, someone's asked us to ask Carl the big question: have you been watching the show at all before you come on?
I haven't seen tonight. I've been working, but I have watched the show previously, but not tonight. What have I missed?
Well, you missed my 8-year-old daughter while she was supposed to be in bed. Has covered herself in lipstick all over her face, and we want to know. It's been she's been on the show showing it off. Do you know how to remove lipstick well?
Not well. I should know because I've got 2 nieces, but no, anything that involves mess or if there's nappy needs changing, I'm a classic uncle and just leave the room.
Yeah,
and just let the parents deal with that. It's none of my business. I'm afraid.
I try to do that as a dad. I'll let these lads ask some questions while I find.
Good lad. So, Carl, Mickey's nervous. Do you get nervous before these big games, or do you just sort of get in the zone and just go and do your thing?
I think I used to get really nervous. I've never really showed it. I probably don't get as nervous as lads that I've played with in the past. I've seen some lads really struggle with big games. You know, at different clubs and stuff. I've had a teammate at Hartlepool who, you know, would actually be sick before games, and not even big games, just normal league games. Would take himself off into the cubicle and would actually be violently sick before just a normal league game, like. So I'm not on that level, but I think it is what everyone says. You know, you need them nerves to get the best out of yourself, to make sure that you're alive and you're on your front foot when the game starts. As I've gotten older, I've tended to not feel the pressure or the noise as much. But yeah, there will definitely be an element of nerves going into the game at the weekend, especially given, you know, what it means and what's at stake.
Oh, absolutely.
Given what's at stake, I'm nearly being violently sick and shit myself.
Both ends.
You want to go to the street bags? My underpants were wrecking it on you bloody Thursday.
Man.
Lovely.
But that's, do you know, as awful as that sounds, Mickey, that's, and I don't mean this to sound sadistic, but that's what we want. That's what we want you to go through. You know, that's what we do it for. You know,
I've been doing it for years, Mark. So
I think it's good to feel something in it. Obviously, preferably not out of both ends, like you've said there. Like, but we as players, you know, you want to give fans the opportunity to get excited, and this hopefully is a good opportunity for yourselves to look forward to something. But even if it's a nervous feeling, you know, just to feel something as a fan. I'm obviously a fan myself, and that's what you want, you know.
I just want to see you recreate that. We're going to Wembley on the pitch side again, like you did the last time. That's still.
I remember that on the track after the Grimsby game.
Yeah. So Ben Allison, you mustn't be up with the full bio of Carl Magnier, but which teams have you been to Wembley with? Of course, it was Gateshead. You mentioned Grimsby, and was it Hartlepool, the other one?
No. This was when I was a kid. So the new Wembley, I've been there twice with Gateshead and Grimsby.
Yeah.
But then when I was a kid, I was there like in youth tournament sort of thing. So yeah. Professionally, I've only been twice, so this would be the third time professionally.
Now, I don't know if you can remember this story, and I don't know if you still do it, but when you came on the podcast, you said that the lads used to give you a little bit of jip for a little John Terry statue that you used to bring with you to the games.
That's absolute. That is complete bollocks. Who told you that? It had to be in Chandler or Marwood or somewhere like that, was it?
I think it was. I was going to say, can you dig it out and bring it on Saturday?
That is completely. They've had you on there because but it was just. Obviously, the whole Chelsea thing and that, and when I was younger, maybe I did speak about it subconsciously quite a lot. I don't know. I certainly don't anymore after the stick that I got because of it. But it's unavoidable sometimes, you know. If a new player came into the dressing room, they would maybe ask, "Oh, you know, what was it like at Chelsea?" And you know, different player. And as soon as I opened my mouth to respond, which, you know, just being polite, you know, I couldn't sit there and just ignore the kid or whoever was asking the question. But as soon as I opened my mouth to respond, like I could see, especially that group, Chandler and Marwood, and all their eyes were going down the dressing room thinking, "Oh, here he goes again. Here's JT." You know, if he drops JT in the conversation. So then they started making these lies up. Or they've obviously told you that I had like a John Terry figurine that I used to carry around. I do appreciate JT. I've got a lot of respect for him, but I don't carry a miniature plastic like in my bag or whatever on a daily basis.
I'm absolutely devastated. I thought that was true.
Well.
I thought he'd be on your mantelpiece.
Honestly, I genuinely believed he had one of them, like the other little like cartoon figurines. I thought, I wonder if he's still got it. I was like,
no. We're all still in a group chat now, and can you remember Josh Walker, who played for season on the Gary Mills? Josh is double lively in that group chat, and now and then, just randomly, even though it's been 8 years since we all left each other as a squad, there'll just be a photo of me and John Terry like pop in the group, or you know, just randomly, and no context behind it whatsoever. So yeah.
Have the lads wished you luck for Saturday?
Not yet. Everyone's. I'm just seeing the group chat kick off here because Marwood's just had a second child. So
fantastic!
Quality.
Thought he was wagging.
He's taking the attention at the minute, but I'm sure there'll be a few messages prior to the game. Because to be fair, that group, there's a lot of us who are all really close friends, and we see each other quite regular and drop each other messages and whatever they're doing now.
You mentioned Josh Walker. He's back playing, isn't he, in Scotland at a lower level? But nice to see him back playing. He scored a raker of a goal the other week.
Did he?
Yeah.
Who's
about 30 yards. It's I think it's like Northern League level in Scotland.
Is it? And last I knew he was playing for Edinburgh City, I think.
Yeah, no, this was Hayad, and then I think he's dusted the boots off to play for a lower league side. But I
was going to say it must be really low league because judging by his height when he was on holiday, he got some stick about his gut. So it must be.
Hey, Carl,
he's getting to play at this stage.
Yeah.
Do you see any comparisons with the unity in this squad to the one that went to Wembley in 2014, Carl?
I do. I thought that last season actually when I come in last season. You know, it's a brilliant group. You know, there's some great characters. For me, it's strange though because I'm a lot older than this current group, and I sort of sit there a bit nostalgic, really, imagining myself at that age that they are all are. I just sort of thinking back.
Well, that is what the Heat Army podcast is like. Normally tomorrow night, we are
celebrating her birthday. So it's happy birthday from Tracy Wilson and everyone here.
me and Mark just doing a bit of origami with our leads there, getting ourselves all tangled. That is the Heat Army podcast, and tomorrow night we are going to be doing more of the same. We want to hear from you at 8 o'clock, favourite games, and also a chance to win some Patrick merch as well, a lovely Rain Mac and a t-shirt as well. So to do that live on the show, you would just comment in the live chat like you're watching on here, hashtag Patrick, and we will be selecting a couple of winners. So tune in, do that, and we'll also be giving some away on the 17th as well, 17th of May on that podcast. It's all going to be lovely, and we thank Patrick for their support of the club. It's been outstanding online what they've done on social media. Nice to see a company getting so involved with the fans, and I think safe to say all the fans have really enjoyed it. And the strip looks absolutely beautiful. And if you haven't seen the strip, go and get to social media or Patrick's social media. And you may have noticed there's some 3 lines going down on it. If you do zoom in on that, you'll see it says Heat Army. It's a lovely little touch. So that is the Wembley shirt. And there's another shirt for next season, but I'm sure that'll come out in due time, we'll see that. I'm sure that one will be absolutely beautiful as well. But all the merch is available, and I believe the shirts go on sale at Monday, May the 1st. So if you want to get your shirt, I think the club shop might be open down here, or it might be available on the online. I'm not 100% sure on that. We'll get some confirmation of that tomorrow. And also we'll have the Player of the Year awards to talk about. Mark, I see you're hosting that tonight. Should be quite interesting.
Yeah, really interesting. Great season, hasn't it? It's been a great season across the board, no matter what happens at Wembley. Obviously, you want to go there and win, but I think there's a number of players could be in contention for a number of awards. It's been a great season, the one that I think has probably surpassed expectations given what the club's been through.
Without a doubt, and I'll say it will be no doubt. Some pints will be drunk and people will be enjoying it. And I'll say we've got Wembley to look forward to, of course, but we're not all finished with the regular season yet. There's 45 minutes remaining as Maidenhead are back out onto the pitch already, followed by Gateshead coming out onto the pitch, and it looks like there's going to be a substitution straight away. I'm not sure. I think it's coming from Maidenhead. Does look that way. Let's see who it's going to be. Oh, Ed Francis is coming on for Gateshead. I'm trying to see who hasn't come back out. At the moment, we'll find out. I can't see who hasn't come back out yet. Conta's back out.
Pie?
It looks like it could be Pie. Yeah, he did slip in the first half, didn't he? So it looks as though we're going to see maybe a little bit of a reshuffle here. Yeah, it is Pie. Pie's off. He did take that little slip, didn't he? So precautionary from Gateshead, you would imagine. Ed Francis, this will be his last game appearance as well. He can't play at Wembley. He's cup tied, but he's come in on loan from Notts County, and he's given us everything. He's been a great addition to the squad.
He really has, hasn't he? Been phenomenal. I think when you look across the board, the recruitment over the second half of the season has been phenomenal. It's been absolutely spot on and exactly what was needed.
Well, looks like Francis has dropped into defence as well, so it's a leg-for-leg swap. We've done it there, so we're seeing a number of players change position.
I think his first couple of games he did play as a left-sided defender, didn't he?
He did, yeah. So very versatile, as many gated signings are. As Magne plays it back to
Just dropped Bailey in the midfield, I think.
Does look that way, doesn't it? Slight reshuffle, but the ball now with Ward, who's dispossessed by Asser on the far side. Still going with the ball, plays it forward for Aqua to run and chase onto, but Story gets across there and
Brilliant.
calmly, it's kind of as calm as you like, just pass it back to Marshall. And now Magne can look to pick out a grey shirt, gives it to Story. So we've seen Tinkler go out to right wing back now. Ward went across to the left wing, still left wing back side. And Bailey has went into midfield. Magne dropped back into defence. So, yeah, very fluid from Gateshead again. As now Bailey can get it to Magne.
Dave, you're getting some stick, aren't you?
I am. I think it's called jealousy of Patrick Murch. That's what it is. As Campbell plays it forward to Conte, turns with the ball, goes for a shot, takes a deflection, gets a corner. Well, Gateshead starting on the front foot. 3 goals to the good already. Still 0-0 at the game. That does concern Maidenhead.
Gateshead was number 3, Ethan Pye, leaving the pitch, being replaced by number 18, Ed Francis.
Well, we're going to see a corner here from the far side. Greg Ollie whips it in. Oh, it's going towards Martin. Bailey backheads it. It's been cleared away. Now it can be poked clear by Maidenhead. And McCluskey's got the ball there. Tinkler's there. Just a lovely stuff to block the run. Now Ward. There's it off back to Francis. Tinkler. Well, Tinkler's went back to the centre of defence there. Yeah, I was just looking, I was thinking, well, commentator's nightmare, a fluid team, isn't it? So you expect a player to be in a certain position and they're not. But Ollie plays it across to Magni. Everybody inside the Maidenhead half at the moment is, Martin tried to flick it to Campbell. Now they can try and break. McCluskey driving forward. And taken out by Francis there. He's going to get a yellow card straight away.
It's a hopeful shout for
a red.
Isn't it?
Certainly is. Can I just ask, did Spennymoor make it into the playoffs or not?
It didn't. It just missed out.
Because there's quite a connotation of teams that could have made it, couldn't they, on the day?
10, I believe.
Wow.
But weirdly, because of, all three of our clubs were kind of interlinked to a degree. Because Kidderminster beat Kettering, which kept Blythe up.
Yeah.
Along with their own win, but also meant that Spennymoor missed out on the playoffs. So.
There's a short one there. It's going to be Sparks puts it into the hands of Marshall, and he quickly throws it out to Ollie. Ollie brings it down, lays it off to Tinkler. Tinkler. Magnet. Back to Tinkler. Magnet. I think he's going to pick out Louis Story here. He has. Story can just pour it out to Francis. Left-hand side of the pitch. Still inside the gated half, though. Now across to Magnet. Ball to Conter. Conter, he sees the run of Campbell, but he didn't. He picked out the run of Ward. It nearly got through to him as well there. But does very well. He's obviously got his composure back after that own goal, the unfortunate one. Bailey. Ollie's in space. Bailey shows for him, but Magnet's the man that's picked out. Conter. Cross to Francis. Campbell pokes it forward to Ward. Ward back to Campbell. Campbell, it's a crucial interception there, but it falls to Conter. Conter sees a crossfield ball towards Tinkler. Lovely stuff, lovely touch from Tinkler down to Ollie. Can he pull it back across? And someone walked in front of us there as it happened. It goes out for a throw.
Yeah, it's been a strange afternoon for North East Non-League. I'll go into it after this.
As the ball launched forward from Ollie and headed away by Maidenhead. Ball cleared out for a throw.
Yeah, we had Ashington got up into the Northern Premier League East.
Fantastic news.
The playoff final win. But Stockton couldn't get into the Premier Division. They were beaten on penalties by Long Eaton, so it's got a shot.
Francis,
3 points.
It was a rocket of a shot because it went into the sky. Of course, there's another playoff game as well on Bank Holiday Monday. Berkeley Town are away to Billingham Town, yeah. So Paul Bryson's men will be wanting to get themselves into the top flight of Northern League football. Former Gator player Alex Francis playing there as well. Alex he's partial to a promotion as Alex Francis, isn't he?
He certainly is.
Conter battling on the far side as Aqua couldn't keep it in, and out it goes for a Gateshead goal kick. I'm just guessing by that picture that Glenn Taylor scored today.
Scored twice.
It's not like him. He normally scores a hat-trick. As Story can pass it over to Francis. Gator just doing as they've done all game, just passing the ball into space. Magnet, right-hand side of the pitch, got Tinkler in front of him, who he uses back to Magnet. Magnet passes it back to Story on the halfway line. Gateshead just patient in their build-up as ever. Story plays it back to Bailey. Furthest man back, just inside his own half. Across the halfway line now. Story. Wants movement. Back to Bailey. Now the ball comes out to Magni on the right-hand side. Inside to Story. Oh, Aaron Martin
Mr.
managed to
Wild.
poke it through, and Ollie just couldn't get on his toes quick enough there. Lovely idea, and Walsh just gathered the ball. That's a strange feeling to be 3-0 up in the last game of the season when you kind of have all intents and purposes nothing to play for, but as it stands, Gateshead could finish 14th, and what a finish that is. When I think we on many a podcast before the season started, and when it started, we said, look, if they finish and stay up on goal difference, it is a massive achievement, and to do it the way they have, put the ball over the top. Martin goes up for it, it's nodded, it's going to be picked up by Gateshead. It is Ward, pings it to Martin. Martin gets it to Ward. Ward's still going, falls to Ollie. There's appeals to shoot, but he lays the ball out. Nice vision. Now the ball comes in. It's cleared off the line. Martin has the ball. Lovely little touch. Takes it to the side, pulls it back across. Shot! And the keeper, well, had to adjust his body to catch that one there.
Yeah, good. Really, again, Gateshead just going forward and doing the right things. The right movement, just causing problems all over. I don't think Maidenhead have really got to grips with the formation, have they?
Not at all. And as we mentioned, the fluidity of players just going around and swapping positions. It's must be a nightmare for the opposing defence. As Tinkler takes it inside, lovely stuff. Just dispossessed there. Now it goes for a Gateshead throw just in front of the dugout. Now Magni gets to Conta. Conta back to Story.
It's been such a wonderful transformation, hasn't it, from Gateshead when you think of where they were just before Christmas to where they are now.
It's even in January and early February, it did look a little bit sketchy for a little. There was a time when we were 5 points adrift for safety, but
overlap.
They've kept going. Tinkler puts a ball in, it's too much on it, and out it goes for a goal kick. But the way Gateshead finds space, it's simple football, and it when it's played like that, it's attractive as well because the ball moves quickly.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's done in a way that is it looks. Has there been a goal?
Yes. And so look here, there has been a goal. Torquay are winning 1-0. We'll have a little look at the live league table. If I can get it up. The table, that is. 1 second. As it stands, they are still safe, but another goal or two would make that a little bit more sketchier for Maidenhead. We'll keep an eye on that and how that develops. But Gateshead, if they score, the lane now. Campbell, left-hand side of the box, goes for a curling shot past the post.
It's a wonderful effort, isn't it? What an effort that is.
He's playing with such confidence, and it's lovely to see because I've run out of superlatives for Adam Campbell this year. He's not the 20-man a goal season striker, but he doesn't play as a striker really. He plays just in behind, and he's a man that helps make goals. But at the moment, he's playing with such confidence that if he had been like this at the beginning of the season, he would have got 20 goals. I'm right in thinking he's got 13 now. Is it 11 or 12 or 13?
Yeah.
It's
phenomenal, really.
Aqua brings the ball down, lays it off to McCluskey on the far side. He needs shirts in the middle, though. In comes the ball. Magni heads it clear. Contact can just control this and bring it forward himself. Campbell sprinting, didn't get the ball released, though, in time. But it's going to come across to Tinkler. Tinkler just slows it down to Magni. Mags just lays it off to Story. And in turn over to Francis. Ball across to Magni, right-hand side of the pitch, halfway line. Bailey, up. Managed to a lovely turn from Ollie, plays it back inside to Bailey. Lovely flick. It's Brazil-style football. In, can we get the delivery? In it comes. There's nobody there. But Dan Ward on the far side of the box gets it under control. Up against the Sayre, and the Sayre does enough to dispossess and clear the ball up the pitch. Oh, Conter. Gateshead managed to clear the ball. Francis was wiped out there on the far side. Game carries on. He's back up. Bailey to Conter. A lot of space opening up for Gateshead now at the moment as Conter lays it off to Campbell. Campbell now goes for a curling shot just over the bar. Brimming with confidence. And at the moment, seeing a lot of heads go down for Maidenhead at the moment. They're just sitting back and allowing Gateshead to come at them.
Just wonderful football, isn't it? You can see Gateshead are playing with a freedom that, you know, their status is secure, and they're just doing the things the right way. Looks like they could do anything they want at the moment. The confidence is just flowing through them.
And you can forgive them when you're 3-0 up for them to go for a few audacious attempts.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Goal kick up towards Aqua. Bailey wins the header, but only as far as upward on the far side. Upward, plays the ball back to his own goalkeeper, Walsh. And now his clearance will find its way to Louis Story, who brings it down. Lays it back to Marshall. Francis. Just starting to see the... Oh, that was a ball through. It's just to see, we're just seeing the gaps as...
Just about to curse them now, aren't you?
Yeah, we're seeing a few players just find that extra bit of space as tired legs creep in from Maidenhead at the moment. They've done a lot of chasing. Gateshead build from the back again. Now it's Magny out on the right-hand wing. Plays it down to Story. Still on the right-hand side of the pitch at the moment. Magny plays it back inside to Bailey. Bailey's got space to run into, and he does. Can he lay the ball off? Campbell. He's lays it inside to Ollie. Oh, it's got left it to Tinkler. Tinkler goes for a shot, and brave defending. Out it goes for a corner, and you just sense that Maidenhead want the full-time whistle here. It's
it does feel that way.
They need a spark. They need a goal. You know, it's 3-0 to Gateshead at the moment. Sorry, someone's just joined us. 60 minutes gone.
I mean, you look at Maidenhead, they do look just...
In comes the delivery. Oh, the header. He had a little bit more time than he thought. Puts it wide. Oh, and Bailey. He scored some good goals of late. The Maidenhead fans are in fantastic voice to our left. Well, we'll wait for this goal kick. And there is the long kick up towards Aqua. Beaten in the air though. Gateshead can ping the ball to Tinkler. Nods it back. Magny as well nods it down to Marshall. At the moment, everything's going right for Gateshead. Francis can lay the ball back to Story. Story finds Magny right hand side. Just calmly plays it to Conter. Back to Magny. Story.
You just said it there. I mean, look how calm Gateshead and relaxed the look on the ball, and they're not really being pressed here.
And you can say they're only in second gear at the moment. If they want to turn it up, they can. And now they're trying to turn it up. As Magny, right hand side of the box, can he lay it forward? He can. Ollie. Oh, the trickery. Magny puts a cross in. It's deep towards the back post and headed clear. Francis lays it nice out to Ward, left hand side of the box. Lovely bit of trickery from him. Takes it down, pulls it back across. Keeper has to punch it away, and then it's cleared in turn by one of his defenders. And at the moment, it's just wave after wave.
It is, and as you say, Maidenhead just looking as if they want to be anywhere else but here at the moment, aren't they? They're just being pressed into their own half, and Gateshead just utterly dominant. And I don't think this Maidenhead side are as bad as Gateshead are making them look. This is just a very good Gateshead side.
Well, now Conte has the ball in the centre, tries to lay it through, and
Say that.
Bailey, Bailey just ran too early. But now McCluskey can drive forward with the ball. He looked dangerous at this in the first half. He's still driving, going with it. Conte comes over to close down.
How quickly Gateshead got back in there. That's phenomenal work rate and discipline. Aaron Martin again.
And now the ball played forward. Can Smith get there and pull it back? He can. Aqua chests it down, but couldn't get it under control, and Gateshead just passed the way out of defence. Ollie pings the ball for a run from Aaron Martin. He's up against Macy, and the ball just bounces out. And, well, 3-0 up, 63 minutes gone into the 64th minute. I would hazard a guess Gateshead might make a change here, and does I say that? Will Harris trots down the line?
Looking, Dave.
I didn't.
You looked,
I was looking at the clock, and then I looked as.
Oh, whatever.
It was a fortuitous moment of commentating.
What?
What's that? Sorry.
Given it's an own goal, not Aaron Martin's goal.
Oh no!
Dubious goals panel on it.
Dispossessed, and now Smith drives forward with the ball. He's got a man on the overlap, and there's McCluskey, but he goes past and he slips, and that just sums up Maidenhead's afternoon.
It really does.
Really unfortunate, but Gateshead on the attack now. Francis driving forward with the ball. He's got 4 shirts in front of him, picks out Ward on his left. Now Campbell back to Francis. Francis drives with the ball. Does he fancy a pop? No, he tried to pick out. And the ball hasn't been cleared properly. Falls to Magnet. Magnet goes for a shot. It's come back to Magnet, poked away. And Gateshead at the moment.
Harris for Martin, I think.
I think that would probably be the one, wouldn't it? And at the moment, they just can't get the ball moving forward, Maidenhead. And apparently we're the highest scorers in all the matches at the moment.
Get in.
Well, Ollie puts it out to the Ward. Comes up with a set. Lovely flick. Ollie wasn't expecting that flick. And now Gateshead can try and build again. Harris waits on the sidelines to come on. We'll find out who he's going to be replacing. I think it will be Aaron Martin. Ball passed back to Walsh. Walsh clears the ball. Good kick up towards Aqua. And just goes past him. All the way through to Marshall.
Really clever there from Louis Story. Just used his body to just out of the way. It wasn't easy to say.
There we go. Conte lays it off to Francis. Francis can carry the ball forward. Lays it off to lovely stuff. Now Campbell lays it to Tinkler. He tries to put it across. Comes back to him though. Inside the box, goes for a curling shot, and past the post it goes by a good few yards. And a little bit too generous there, Robbie Tinkler. I thought he should have went for a shot.
Yeah, just, you can see Gateshead enjoying themselves, trying a few things. There's no harm doing it now.
Well, Aaron Martin, who unfortunately had his goal taken away from him and cast as an own goal. But we're going to see Will Harris come on. Both men have had injury-plagued seasons. But hopefully they'll both be involved at Wembley. And Will Harris is an actor. Will Harris is on.
Being replaced by number 19, Will Harris.
It's quite, in some ways, it's quite sad that the league season's coming to an end, isn't it?
It is. It's come fast, and I just noticed there, Maidenhead, a lot of their players were having a discussion there, and I think there's a few disagreements amongst the teammates there. I think they need to go hunting in packs if they want to get this ball back off Gateshead and try and force Gateshead into a mistake.
We'll do something because they've been second best throughout today.
Magnet can give it to Story. Story across there. And I feel for Aqua because he's been playing up there, the lone man, and there's only so much running he can do to try and chase the ball. And against 4 or 5 men around him, he's not going to pick up the ball.
Yeah, no, I agree. And he's very much flying alone.
It's a thankless task, isn't it?
100%, yeah. 100%.
Bailey.
Saying that, I think anyone in Maidenhead shirts having that at the moment.
Lovely stuff there. Now Francis, can he line himself up? But just went away from him a sec and clear the ball. Nearly. Now he can. And out it goes for a throw on the far side. Anywhere will do. 68 minutes gone. Gateshead 3. Maidenhead 0. We've got Martin Defant. Come on, Gateshead, from a brand new supporter in Michigan. Oh, wow. Thank you. Oh, it comes through to Tinkler. He lays it back. Oh,
Anyone?
The keeper, Walsh, brave keeper. He had to run out there and get it. We've got a new fan in Michigan. So there we go. Thank you very
Thanks
much
for listening.
Yeah. So please join the Heat on Me podcast in this. Subscribe and join us live tomorrow night, 8 p.m. UK time. And we'll be talking all about this season and, of course, previewing Wembley. And it does look like Maidenhead are going to make a change here. It is going to be Leathers that comes on. But Aqua, he's got the ball. He's battling. He's trying to make something happen. There's now, it's played inside. Aqua now is deep to get involved with the ball. He's got it. He's doing really well. He just needs teammates around him. Gets the ball back. Smith tries to play it through. Gates just too many shirts around him. Now.
Really disciplined from Gateshead again.
Yep. Well, Gateshead can manage to come away with the ball. Didn't read that one there now. When they are starting to press more Maidenhead, they had to do something. There's Upward. Tries to get it to Aqua. Aqua just runs into a grey shirt and the ball trickles through.
You know, he sometimes goes under the radar, but Louis Story's been excellent today. He's just commanded that defensive line really well. He's looked comfortable on the ball. He's given options when he's needed to. I think he's been excellent. Well, he's been excellent all season.
Yeah. Well, Magni has a ball. Plays it back to Story, who, let's see, I've said it a couple of times, but I think they need to, use a phrase from American football. He is a quarterback rule. Everything seems to start from him, doesn't it? But now, Ollie tries to. He can't spread it through. Harris gets a shot off. Oh, hasn't been cleared yet, and the ball is up in the air. Goalkeeper's going to have to stretch. He punches it clear, and Gateshead are going to pick up the second ball. Now,
see another sub, I think. Stephen Warren.
Looks like Warren is ready, stripped and ready. But the minute Gateshead ready to get the ball in the box,
the Ollie possibly.
That could well be. Could even be Tinkler or Ward. Oh, there we go. Consummate professional. There's Aaron Martin going for a warm down there, down the track. No, is Ollie going to keep it in? He is. It's just nothing goes wrong at the moment.
Nothing goes right.
Oh, well, there we go. The commentator's curse.
See what you've done.
70 minutes gone. We are going to see Leathers come on. Adam Leathers, and he is going to be replacing number 9. He's going to be replacing Mikulski. Well, Wern going to come on, and the Maidenhead defenders are not going to enjoy Stephen Wern.
Not at all. It's probably the last thing you want to say, isn't it, when you've got someone like Stephen Wern coming on. You know what he's going to do. He's going to run at you. He's going to do... that's what I've done. I forgot the tactics board. No wonder it's not working for them.
Well, just having a look there. I heard a groan around the ground. I don't know if there's been another goal somewhere. Still 1-0 to Torquay. Chesterfield are winning 3-0. Dorking's winning 2-0. And it is Greg Ollie makes way past the captain's armband to Adam Campbell. Sorry, it is a Tone Bailey, yeah. So that's nice to see the putting responsibility around there. But Wern comes on and adds another string to the bow in attack because he's a slippery customer, likes to run at defenders. 72 minutes gone. Gateshead 3, Maidenhead 0. Just where we're on. If not for our audio listeners, please like and subscribe. Ball over the top for Harris to chase onto, and that's an awful slip. And Gateshead try and close it down. He's
not going to catch that.
He's saved these blushes there. Did number 15. Story plays it across to Francis. Conter. He's picking out the grey shirts. Gateshead at the moment. Magnier, right hand side, tries to put the ball inside, looking for Harris, but the ball finds its way back to that man, Story. Campbell drops deep. Plays it into midfield where there's Bailey who takes a lovely little touch and just say the captain. Is he there? Story, lovely, just nods it down. I think if Aqua had got off the ground there, he would have fouled. But the ball across here for Tinkler. Is it going to get there?
He did well get there.
Oh, it did. Walsh straight out. Very superstitious with his shorts and socks, I've noticed Walsh. Every time he slides, he likes to put them right back in position.
Just be neat. Yeah, it's been a really good second half from Gateshead. I know that probably could have added to that lead, but just managed the game really well, not expending too much energy, and just being professional. Being professional,
without putting the curse in, they've cut down on mistakes. But Smith has it on the far side. Now puts the cross in there. Sparks was there, couldn't get onto it, and Gateshead can deal with that.
Excellent from Carl Magnay. Tracked the run, got his body in, used his body really well. Excellent.
And it looks like there is a player down on the far side for Maidenhead at the moment. Gateshead have let the ball go out. And I'll tell you what, it is a cool day here on Tyneside. That wind is really, and he's telling the bench he's kind of done there. The referee's going over to see if he's okay before allowing the physio to come on. Oh, he's got cramp, and I've never seen the referee actually stretch a player out before there.
Last day of the season, anything goes.
Yeah. Just while we're on, while there's a break in play, I did say it earlier on before Mark got here, but I think I'll say it for both of us. It's been an absolute pleasure bringing you the commentary this season. We've seen some drama, we've seen some great moments, we've seen some shocking moments. But what's made it special has been all of you that have joined us throughout the season, whether it be on the National League TV streaming service or on the Heed On Me podcast audio that we put out. It's been an absolute pleasure. It's not over yet. Obviously, Wembley to come. We'll see what happens with that. Hopefully, we can record audio for the final to go on the highlights. If we can't do it live, we'll let you know in time. But that Wembley aside, it's been an absolute pleasure. And Mark, it's been a pleasure to share the night with you as well.
Absolutely, it's been amazing, hasn't it? It's not the season I was expecting, but it's been a good one. Actually, sorry, I'm saying that it is the season I was expecting because of the league format. It was every bit as difficult as I thought it would be. Yeah. The bonus is the Wembley. Yeah. The Wembley. Makes no sense, does it?
And also as well, I mean, the big thank you to away fans. I know that all of them are listening. We've got Maidenhead fans probably listening now, but it's a pleasure that we've had away fans join us when there has been their own commentary available as well. So, it's been a lovely season in that regard. And that is a substitution, and number 36, who it's 32 on my team sheet here, but Bruno Andrade comes on. That must be a nasty one. That he's still receiving treatment. The sub on the player that went off on the far side. The ball is kicked back, and it's going to go for a goal kick to Gateshead. Well, we said it before, those players playing with a smile on the face, and Robbie Tinkler there just turned around and smiled at the bench. He's enjoying himself out there today.
I think everyone is. I think it's just been one of them after the Insta Gateshead that it's been a pretty comfortable game. They've not really been massively pressed, or certainly not when I was here.
Yeah. The two attacks that they had before you came was a ball over the top towards Campbell. Can he get there? It's just going to run away from him. The two attacks that McCluskey and Aqua had, the ball come over the top and it bounced kindly after like a header, and then he just took it away and really should have done better. But credit to, I can't remember which Gateshead defender it was that got over to cover it. But yeah, I'll say that's the only time they ever looked dangerous, when they ran at us. And we've seen a little flash before when Aqua got on the ball, but they just haven't been able to get him in that position to do that.
No, they haven't. And I think Gateshead have, like I said earlier, managed the game really well. Defensively, they've been solid. The midfield has worked really hard, defensive way, and going forwards and supporting the attack as well. So it's been a really good, comfortable performance from Gateshead. They've still put the work rate in, as they always do, but I just think it's
crossfield ball. Look at that, trying to pick out Campbell between two men, but the ball is going to fall to Ward on the far side. I think he was expecting Tinkler to be there, but Tinkler was going towards the back post. Out it goes for a throw to Maidenhead.
Second substitution for Maidenhead United was number 17, Reece Smith, leaving the pitch, being replaced by number 36, Bruno Andrade.
I think possibly another sub coming on. Gateshead.
Yeah, it looks like the 4 officials went over there, hasn't he? To a little word there.
Or maybe not.
No. The throw, headed on by Aqua. Conte, Wern touches the ball. Ball over the top. Now Aqua's going to chase it down with Story, but the ball's going to bounce out of play, is it? No, it stays in. Does very well, does Aqua there. Ball goes out, though, for a Gateshead throw. The Maidenhead dugout can't believe it. Avon Devonshire is furious. Did look like it come off, because I thought Aqua got a touch there and carried it forward and just let it roll out. But Gateshead on the attack from the left-hand side. Ward up against Azra. Gets the only time it started to look a little bit sloppy there. I think a little bit tired legs maybe from Gateshead, but there's a player left down on the ground. He's up. Gateshead now on the attack. Ward drives towards the box. Oh, he's still going. Oh, he couldn't lay it off.
Too much.
Yeah, I just need to switch on a little bit again, Gateshead here. Got a little bit comfortable. Little slip from Aqua there. Ball goes out of play for a throw to Maidenhead. Well, see, Aqua's down at the moment. I think he's just slipped. He's up. He's all right. He's done a lot of running around, chasing the ball. You can forgive him for having a 5-minute rest there. Now, ball down the side there. Andrade with the ball. A little bit of trickery. Tries to send. Gets it the wrong way. Now Leathers plays it down. Aqua. Can he pull it across? Comes off a Gateshead player for a corner.
That's what I mean again by Gateshead. You know, a little threat there, and it's just been snuffed out straight away. And really, you know, I think the back three, whichever makeup of the back three it's been, because it's changed quite a bit, have just been so solid. It's really impressive, and you know, I think Maidenhead are going to stay up by the look of it. I don't think there's been anything else happening, but
we'll quickly get the scores up and have a look.
I think it could have been a lot more nervy than it has been.
Yeah, it's still 1-0. 10 minutes remain down at Torquay. We're going to have a corner from the far side. In it comes.
Great ball.
Dangerous one.
Oh, good clearance.
Good clearance from the Maidenhead player there. But Leathers has the ball. Right, left-hand side. Tries to cross it in. Comes off Harris. Good defending.
Didn't have a clue where the ball was, did he?
Wow. Well, are we going to see another substitution here from Maidenhead? You know,
I'm not really sure why.
He's mocking the referee, Adams, there. I'll tell you what's good to the referee didn't see that after he given the yellow. He's still going at the referee. Oh, it must have been a equaliser. Who do you think scored for Wrexham? You think it could be that man Mullins? We'll find out momentarily. Hasn't got the goal scorer yet, but Maidenhead have the ball.
Invisible man.
There we go. There's Aqua, nice bit of footwork, but comes off Tinkler.
Knowing this gate's outside the way we do, you know, they'll want a clean sheet here.
Oh, yes, without a doubt. We'll just have to see how it pans out as the ball nodded on there. Aqua just had nobody behind him. Well, Maidenhead, nice to hear the fans a bit happier. The happiest they'll ever be on a 3-0 defeat.
Oh, absolutely.
Magnier gives it to Story. Over to Francis. And there we go. Back to Francis. Bailey. I was getting excited at half time because I put a pound on 6-0 at 120 to 1.
I think we should say things like that, Dave. Only winners of the bookies.
They are. They are. I thought it was worth it for 100 pennies. Wow. Throw from Gateshead to pass it across the other side of the pitch to Francis. Well, goes all the way through there to large migration of people around in front of us. Distracted me there. Well, there he is, just checking his socks again, Walsh.
What about something a bit of a lull in the game? With 15 minutes left in the National League North season, Chorley were 4th in the league.
Yeah.
Because of results elsewhere and their own, do you know where they finished?
10th.
12th.
Wow. Oh, ball over the top. Headed, can Wern pick up the loose ball? Bounces through. Nicely done. But it's only got a foul given. Free kick as Elliot Lee scored for Wrexham.
Son of Newcastle legend Rob.
Yeah. Certainly one of the many players that could play a lot higher. That's at Wrexham. And they will be next season, of course. They will. You've seen the teasers of trying to sing Gareth Bale?
Yeah, I did, yeah.
He's playing along with them, but...
Because he's playing golf, isn't he?
Yeah. He can still do a job in League 2, mind. We don't get to see many Champions League winners drop down to the lower reaches of English football. Of course, he won it 3 times, didn't he?
He did. Some boy.
He learned it all from watching Greg Ollie videos. There's now a corner on the far side, Maidenhead. Whip this one in towards the back post, put back across.
Oh, someone talk.
Allowed it to bounce in the box there, Gateshead. Now Andrade puts it out to the right-hand side. Bit of pressure here from Maidenhead. Put it across and...
All right, Dave.
Just for a brief second, I thought that was going to go past the keeper, but Gateshead deal with it at the back. Tinkler just carries the ball forward. Wern now plays it inside to Harris. Harris keeps the ball moving to Bailey. Bailey now Francis, and Gateshead. Look at the numbers they've got going forward here in the box. 4 in there waiting. Conter. They're starting to go through the gears again, Gateshead now.
It does feel that way, doesn't it? They're just starting to build towards the end of the game and maybe trying to have one last push for a 4th.
And Magnate has the ball. Wern. Turn. This is off to Tinkler. Lovely ball there. Now he's got time and space. Pulls it across. Keeper dives down and gets it.
Still more the keeper there because that was a difficult ball. Skidded off the turf, didn't it?
Brave as well because obviously he knows someone's going to be coming in for that.
You bought any Wembley merchandise, Dave?
I haven't yet.
Just get freebies.
Yeah.
It's a very nice Patrick jacket you're wearing.
It is. I've got a lovely t-shirt on underneath it as well. Aqua chests the ball down. He just hasn't had a man around him to pick up the second balls because he has won a few of these battles. Just no one's been there to pick up the pieces.
No, it's very, very true. And I kind of feel for him because he's not really had any support. He's not had anyone at times within 20 yards of him. But that's kind of down to the way Gateshead have done it as well.
Tinkler, lovely vision, lovely again. Wern, right-hand side of the box, pulls it back in. Been cleared though by Maidenhead, but it's just going to fall to another grey shirt. This time Magnay, Bailey, Francis. Gateshead move it from right to left. Ward up against Azra. Can he create something here? He's going to lay it back to Francis. Conter, Magnay, camped out on the edge of the area. Gateshead now. But the ball moves back to Story.
Why are the kids,
Story to Conte.
why are the kids just wandering around different
I
places?
don't know. I think they're trying to get to get players' boots and things at the end of the season, I think. But now
lovely.
lovely ball inside to Ward. Can he carry it going? 4-0!
brilliant.
Dan Ward! What a finish! Lovely, lovely. That's the only thing you can say. The passing, it's been like this all game, one touch football, and they're just carved open the box there.
Do you know, if there's one player that sums up this Gateshead side, it's probably Dan Ward. So there's no fitting final league goal scorer of the season than him, because he's someone who's settled into life at this level. Again, I keep saying this. It's his first season at National League level. Yes, he had some difficult moments, but he's certainly grown into the league, and he's just been. His work rate sums up everything Gateshead are about. Lovely ball back to him. I think it was Will Harris.
Yeah.
And a really calm finish as well. Lovely goal. Sums up Gateshead. Just sums it perfectly.
Well, just when the Maidenhead defence thought they knew where the ball was going, it went in the other direction, and there's Dan Ward. A lovely finish as well. It wasn't an easy finish. But Gateshead find themselves 4 goals to the good. Last day of the season, last home game. And they're sending the Gateshead faithful home happy, but we've still got about a minute and a half of normal time. Maidenhead, and Harris closed it down, headed clear. Headed away again by Maidenhead. Leathers. Aqua got beat by Conte to the ball, and Gateshead pick it up in midfield.
Time for a fifth.
Bailey's ball got intercepted, but now they can try and build again, Gateshead. Magnate. Straight back into shape, Gateshead, aren't they? It's a thing of beauty that Ian Watson and Mike Williamson have come up with here, this formation and tactic.
Oh,
yes, he's
that's
brought that down with the family jewels.
Some ball control there.
Yeah. You'll have to count to make sure they're both there later on. But Francis, Bailey, back to Francis. Gateshead just passing it around here. We're into 20 seconds left of the 90 minutes. Bailey, we're going to see how many minutes he's had on. I suspect it'll be 3 or 4, won't you, with the substitutions. There's Magnate. When it's not going your way, Maidenhead, it's not going your way. The ball comes off a Maidenhead player there when it was going out. And it does look like it's going to be 4 minutes. And we're into that now, but we're going to see the board go up. He shows the empty ground first, and then he shows us in the main stand that it's 4 minutes as Harris tries to get a ball through. Free kick given there, and Gateshead, a fantastic season that still isn't over yet. The league season is, but the FA Trophy final at Wembley, Wembley's 100th year. What a time to get there.
Oh, phenomenal, isn't it? It's going to be a great day for the club, great day for the supporters as well. Just brilliant, absolutely brilliant.
Well, bar a late rally of goals at Torquay, you would say Maidenhead are safe, and we're looking forward to renewing the battles next year.
Number 15, Aaron Martin.
Aaron Martin, man of the match. Certainly involved in the goals in the first half. Well, very animated Maidenhead bench. They still want a goal just in case.
I think they'll be all right.
Yeah. Well, Andrade with some lovely footwork. He gets the ball back, but he's down towards the corner flag. He needs to do something with it. Goes along the dead ball line, a little bit of trickery. There's nobody there to support him. That's got to be frustrating for the lad. I think he's off, isn't he? Didn't he get the yellow card before? No, that was number 27, wasn't it? It was Macy. Adam, sorry. Yeah.
It's silly, though. I'd imagine that'll be some sort of fine from the club for an unnecessary booking.
No.
You would think,
yeah. It's,
Your attendance today, 1,372, including 87 away supporters.
I'll tell you what, for 87 away supporters, they get a standing ovation from the home crowd here, and they have been very noisy, very noisy. They've done their club proud here on Tyneside. Not the result they would have wanted, but at least it looks like security in the National League is going to be theirs, and they'll be back next season plying their trade in the National League. But over 1,300 here, great attendance. Hopefully we can build on that next year, but Andrade couldn't get the ball forward, and Gateshead just can play from the back here and see the game out without any problems. Gateshead fans all on the feet along the stand, showing their appreciation for the team.
I mean, I'll take myself today, Dave.
Sorry?
2 games, 9 goals.
Yeah.
2 Northeast wins.
It's not bad, is it? It's not bad.
Could do the sleep now, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
Instead of hosting this awards night, but never mind.
Gateshead just passing it around as they have all game. As the Wembley song goes up. And now Gateshead, they're just seeing time out here at the moment. Will they go for another? Magnate on the ball. Tinkler. Ball through, intercepted, and it's come off Tinkler.
Yeah, just a really good accomplished display, isn't it? Yes, it is on.
It
BT
is on,
Sport,
yeah, it is there.
along with the Vars final first. But yeah, just accomplished professional display from Gateshead. Let's give me another one booked, you know.
Wow. It's, well, I don't know. That for some reason, the ball boy wouldn't give him the ball, I think.
Well, it's just seen out this last few minutes, isn't it? That's
Well,
what it is. Just nervy. Where's he taking that from?
I don't know, but the ball boy looks very good in his
There it
Wembley
is.
merch. And there is the full-time whistle. Gateshead see the season out with a great 4-0 win here against Maidenhead United. There was some beautiful passing on display, some silky moves, and Gateshead, well, 4-0, I think, is probably a fair reflection on the score, on the game, Mark.
Oh, it is. It's been, dominant from Gateshead and a performance of real class and confidence. You look at, again, I say it, defensively solid throughout, going forwards, looked dangerous, looked inventive, looked together as always, looked energetic, managed the game second half as much as they could, and just a very, very good performance. That's it now. Season over, isn't it? Nothing else left?
No, nothing else left. That's it. Boring time coming up over the next few weeks. Of course, we've got Wembley. We've got the podcast.
Wembley.
We've got Wembley. We've got a podcast live tomorrow night at 8 p.m. We're going to be looking back at this game, of course, and looking back at all the games over the season, looking back at the players.
You want me on that, don't you?
Yes, I do. Yeah. So we're going to have a great time on there. 8 p.m. If you subscribe here on the Heat Army podcast, also on National League TV if you'd like to join us as well. Thank you to everyone that has watched on the stream so far this season. It's been an absolute pleasure. Mark, it's been great to have you on. Thank you very much, as we are about to wrap up. But do join us, and remember, subscribe, and hopefully, you never know, we might be able to do it at Wembley live, but we'll see. But big thank you to everybody, and it's just been an absolute pleasure this season. And hey, next year, we're still in the National League.